Hi there, welcome to the Gardens and Graveyard channel. My name is Charisma and today we're meeting in the moon garden and we're talking about moon garden tasks for the end of September. You'll be seeing this on a Monday. I believe that the full moon is tomorrow, and it is the time of the moon cycle where we focus on our flowering plants, the plants that we grow for just pure pleasure. And this time of year, that usually looks like chrysanthemums, asters, ornamental peppers, ornamental cabbages, but also our cool season crops can start going in right now as well, such as our kales and our cabbage and our beets. That's another great crop to start this time of the moon cycle, is all of your root crops. So in this season, in the fall, coming into the fall, you can plant beets, radish, maybe a short season carrot if you can get away with it. What other roots this time of year? I don't know. I usually just do beets. But you could do other fall crops as well, but those are like the essential root crops for the full moon. And then of course after this week, we want to focus more on pruning and less on planting, which this time of year, there's so much pruning. There's so much removal of all the things that are no longer serving the garden, such as all of our annuals. They're getting removed in my garden for sure, just they're gone. And pruning, you know, if it's cool enough for you, there's a lot of things that you could be pruning this time of year to get kind of jump started on your winter pruning. Certainly there are certain plants that you don't want to prune right now, like you don't want to do your stone crops like your peaches and your apples and stuff like that, but you can prune any of your like evergreen kind of shrubs, non-flowering shrubs. I'm talking about like not the flowering shrubs. You have to be careful with those depending on if they flower on new wood or old wood and all that kind of stuff. But if it's a non-flowering shrub like a hebe, or certainly all my ferns get pruned this time of year because there's so much going on in the winter and spring that it's just better for me to cut down my ferns in the fall and let them hang out for the winter and then flush back out if I'm going to prune back my ferns. I don't prune them back every year. I have, I don't know, something like 150 ferns. I basically just go in there with a weed eater and hack them all down every 3 years. Because there's just so many of them. But yeah, there's just all kinds of things that you could be pruning, and certainly, you know, just going through any of your deciduous trees and shrubs and seeing if there's broken limbs or anything like that that you want to clean up before the storms of the winter come. This is a really good time to take a look and see if there's anything dead, damaged, or diseased that you want to remove before the winter comes, because if it's damaged or broken, obviously that just needs to be removed, right? And it also, if you start getting storms and things are moving around, you will potentially break even more limbs, or potentially break like a window or something if it's, you know, close to your house. So you want to just like clean those types of things up. And if there's any evidence of disease in your shrubs or trees, you can try to treat them. But also, if there's disease in the tree and it overwinters and it's harbored in the tree or shrub or in the ground around the tree or shrub because you didn't pick up the diseased leaves that are decomposing on the ground and getting taken back up into the tree, it just helps your garden be more clean and prevents, you know, problems for next year. So this is a great time of year to just kind of go through, and time of year and time of the moon cycle to go through your shrubs and trees and just make sure that there isn't any extra pruning and cleaning up that you might want to do. I think that is kind of it for this full moon for me. I'm filming this a week early because I'm going on a little trip. Spencer's staying behind. I'm doing a little girls trip, going on a retreat. It's gonna be super fun. But I forgot to do any kind of like research on what the full moon is going to be in. I think it's going to be in Pisces. I think. Yeah, anyway, mostly we're just talking about garden tasks anyways. Definitely getting ready to plant some fall flowers. I focus more heavily on decorating with gourds and pumpkins than I do flowers, because we have such a rainy fall and winter that investing time and money on flowers in this time of year for me is usually kind of a waste of time, because they just turn into a mushy, slimy mess in the rain. So I'd rather decorate with pumpkins through October and November, and then I remove them and decorate for winter holidays. So that is gonna do it for today's video. I hope that you're having a fabulous full moon, that you are enjoying your life immensely, and that you're celebrating every day that you are alive. And I hope you stick around and make sure that you are subscribed so that you're informed every time I post a new video, which is almost every single day. And we will see you in the next video.